a dumpy little office in West Covina, California, it's the Foos Show! Hey, what is up, everybody? I am Josie.
And I'm Jess.
And thank you all very much for listening into the Foos Show. Thank you for downloading the pod on most major podcast apps, subscribing, and telling a friend like a champ. You can always reach us at Foos Show. That's FWBarshow.com. And FWBar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out. Drop us a line and we'll fill it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, Foo?
That's right.
Yeah. On tap today, we have Drew Barber and Richie Argumosa of the Fallen Electric. Say hi, guys.
How's it going, everyone?
What's up, Richie? No, hey.
You're trying to bring that back.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, what's up, man?
Why not? What's going on, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
That was the thing.
All right, enough. So these guys are here because I haven't had them on. Well, I haven't had Drew on yet.
Yes.
And if anybody who listens to the podcast knows that I'm in a band with these fucks.
Yeah.
And Drew, I'm more interested in your side of the story, Drew, because we've talked a lot about you. We've just never had you on.
Yes.
So how did you come to meet Jimmy? Just tell us, like, you know, from beginning to end, because I know Jimmy's perspective.
Yes.
But, like, what was happening prior to you meeting Jimmy?
Okay. So before I contacted Jimmy, which was like 2 days before, I had just quit playing bass for a band called Three-Way Road, which at the time was only a three-piece. We did not have a drummer because we could not find one.
I think I saw a porn name that once.
It wouldn't surprise me, honestly. I could see that going down.
It was a long stretch.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of asphalt.
A lot of that, yeah. 12 inches long?
What?
What?
So specific.
That was really
No,
specific.
continue. Never mind.
Okay. All right.
Specific.
All right. Yeah, I hit up Jimmy.
Back on track.
Like a day after I quit, I hit up Jimmy on Craigslist.
So why'd you quit anay? Sorry.
We still weren't finding a drummer, and I couldn't get to rehearsals. They wanted to
Drummers
rehearse.
are dicks, right?
Yeah.
All of them. Like, unanimously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it is about the psyche of wanting to play drums. I've always wanted to play drums.
I love you, Richie.
I just never became one.
That's
You
just
would
how
fit
they
in
are.
perfectly.
I don't know how to explain it, but that's just how they roll. On the Thursday before, let's see, I got with Jimmy on a Saturday, and we rehearsed. That Thursday, I had quit, and I was just scrolling through Google trying to see if there were any bands that were hiring. And I thought I'd check out Craigslist and, try that out, and I found Jimmy. And so I gave him a call and let him know how long I've been playing, and I was looking for a band and everything, and then I sing and play bass. And he told me that they were having a rehearsal that following Saturday. So I went on down, jammed out with him. Our first song that we ever played was Everlong by the Foo Fighters.
All right.
And we just immediately clicked. And
A TFE staple.
Oh, yeah.
On our cover list.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
And, and then it's been TFE ever since.
Right on, man.
Hell yeah.
So are there any memorable moments that you can recall prior to maybe even before me joining a band? Because you guys were a three-piece for quite some
For
time.
a while, yeah.
Any cool shows that like stand out from way back when?
Yes. Oh, man. It used to be called Aladdin Jr. It's called something else now. It's over by the Glass House in Pomona.
The whorehouse, right?
Yes.
The whorehouse in Pomona?
Yes. And that was a rocking show.
You have a punch card there, right?
I think so.
Sure he
After
does.
4 visits, free.
Yeah.
After 4 visits, it's a free midget.
Yeah.
That's what keeps the people going. Yeah.
At least half off.
Get out.
So how long were you guys a band prior to finding Travis? Because Travis is the drummer on the album.
Yes.
So whoever's listening to the album is listening to Travis playing the drums. These days you can find Richie at our live shows. But how long were you in that band before Travis joined up?
Since, I want to say like either August or July of 2012. I was like 16, 15.
Up until earlier this year.
Yeah.
2018. So a good solid 6 years trying to chug along. Did you guys have regular shows or was it like sporadic here and there?
They were a little sporadic. We started to regulate them a little bit more just before you came into the picture.
Okay.
And we were doing a lot of really interesting shows. Like we did Oktoberfest, we did the Lemon Festival a couple times, we did Orange County Fair a couple times.
Have you ever done Scotchtoberfest?
No. Scotchtoberfest?
You never heard of Scotchtoberfest?
I have not.
You should look it up.
I'm going to look that up.
Scotchtoberfest is the premier Scottish festival.
Well, isn't Oktoberfest supposed to be German?
Yeah, but this is Scotchtoberfest.
Got
It's
it.
completely different.
So are you just drinking whiskey?
Yeah.
the whole time?
It's
Cool.
Scotch whiskey. Yes.
Exciting
Lots of
story.
Scotch
Yeah,
whiskey.
sounds
Well,
great.
you know,
I'm going to have to look that up. Check
We'll
that
have to check that out, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know any good venues that are hosting a Scotchtoberfest?
The Haggis Shop down on 4th.
Okay.
The Pigskin.
Are you just making shit up?
No.
Oh.
These are local establishments. I mean, check
Local
your
Scottish establishments
Google.
in this local area. Well, cool, man. And Richie, how's been your take on the band so far? You've been in the band for what, a couple months now? No, or more? Is that safe to say? 2 months? 3 solid months.
It feels like a year.
Yeah.
It honestly feels like a year.
Doesn't it?
I mean, we've been touring. We've been touring years. I mean, it feels like years. I mean, we've been touring, the countryside now for at least 6 months, like 6 solid months.
Driving
right?
at PCH, just
PCH.
going down the coast.
Oh, absolutely.
Sleeping
Down
at
the
at the
coastline.
local,
No, it's been a couple
hotels.
of months now. I think like 4 months. Oh, wow.
Right. Couple months. So how's it been on your end of the?
It's been
Of the
fun.
thing.
It's been super fun. It's awesome.
Are you having sex with your wife again?
I can get it up again.
I can get it up, guys.
Well, I mean, that's never been a problem. But having sex with myself, that's been more pleasurable.
Okay.
Oh,
It's been a lot more pleasurable.
with Amanda and Pamela.
Oh yeah. No, it's been really
Rosie
fun.
Palm and her 5 sisters.
Oh yeah. It's been cool, man. I mean, we just played a show at JD Allison's this past weekend, and it was definitely something that I had never done before, which was play longer than 2 hours, and I think it was like a 4-hour set that we had played.
Yeah, 8 to midnight. We just did it. It was very fun. We had a lot of people dancing.
A lot.
In and like around us, like on stage, or coming up to dance. It was one of the most fun times that we've had at JD Allison's. I think the most packed it's ever been was when we released the album.
Yeah, I was about to say. By looking at the pictures, it looked pretty close to when it was packed for the album release.
For that album release.
Yeah.
We had people like literally just standing by the door because there was nowhere else to go.
Oh shit!
So they would just stand there, or
Just
they were
listen.
outside. Yeah.
Just chill.
It's a
Nice.
cool spot. I wish it was bigger, but it's a cool spot.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I wish it was bigger too. Yeah. But
Hey,
But yeah, man, it was totally fun. I will say that the next day I was just fucking exhausted. Like I told my wife Sarah, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do shit. Like I'm just gonna stay in bed. Like I can't feel anything. Like I can't feel my arms. Like I can't feel my legs. It was just one of those things where I just wanted just to lay in bed. Just
We were just like Fat Cartman calling my man, back him.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Super fun
cool.
though.
yeah, man. And we're going to play this Friday at the Glendora Continental without Richie.
Well, you guys.
Because Richie has shit to do, everybody.
Oh, he's got
And
adult
no,
things.
but we got is he the current? No, he's the former drummer of Top Shelf Shake, who's been on the show. Brandon Cottle, great guy, fucking salt of the earth guy, one of the best
Absolutely.
people you can have on. I'm really trying to get him on the podcast because he has his own thing going on. Where what is it called? BC Drummer Boy.
BC Drummer Boy.
BC
Yep.
Drummer Boy is his brand that he's coming up with, and he gives lessons for anybody who wants to learn how to play the drums. Really great guy. I encourage everybody to go check us out at the Glendora Continental in Glendora, California this Friday. We're playing there 9 to 1 a.m. So that's another 4-hour show, and that's just gonna be tons of fun. That venue I like because it has the low ceiling, so the acoustics just shoot all the way across the fucking room.
And it's a
It's
long
comfy.
room.
It's comfy
really
there
comfy,
too,
yeah.
because all the fucking booths there are all just nice. and
Yeah, they're like from the
soft.
70s.
Hell yeah.
You know?
They
They
got
got
the
the cheap
lodge.
drinks too.
It looks like a
Yeah.
The drinks are stiff.
They got some
Yeah.
crazy like looking. What are they? Antler chandeliers that are hanging down.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit?
they have the antler chandeliers hanging down. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cool spot. I recommend everybody go check us out and follow us on Facebook. FallenElectric.com, thefallenelectric.com. Go check us out and drop us a line.
And you could electric it up like a couple electric.
Yeah, there you go.
Sounds about right? Yeah?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to move on here. Josh, I understand you had some nerd news for us today.
Yes, sir.
All right. Take it away.
Spider-Man does whatever. Well, speaking of Spider-Man, the Venom movie actually comes out this Friday on October 6th. It'll be releasing earlier on Thursday for those of you who would like to know. I believe the first showings start at 7:30 for most theaters, and they show it going forward. Well, they just had their premiere on Monday so that the press and everything can go see it beforehand.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, not a lot of good reviews came out.
Oh shit!
Really?
It looks so dope on the previews, though.
Yeah, I know it looks dope on the previews, but a lot of people are really shitting on this. Like a couple people from IGN, like Tom Jorgensen from IGN posted on Twitter, mind you, said, "Sorry to say that Venom is pretty much a complete failure. A total mess that feels 15 years old, ignoring the storytelling strides that superhero genre has made in recent years. A few fun Venom-centric moments aside, it has nearly nothing to offer. Don't get your hopes up."
That sucks.
And then another one, Daniel, at Daniel RPK. Venom is Catwoman level bad, with Tom Hardy's worst performance since This Means War. Don't see this movie.
It's Catwoman bad.
Catwoman
but
bad.
is it Spider-Man 3 bad?
I think Catwoman bad trumps Spider-Man 3 bad,
Yeah.
so you can't really. And then Jeremy Conrad of IGN, at Manabite, on Twitter, like a turd. In the wind, Venom. That's all he put.
Wow.
So, a lot of these have been going out, and then there has been some good positive reviews. Well, there's been a recent post and update on this on the Nerdist. Apparently, these negative reviews are fake.
Really?
No
So,
way.
what they're saying is that because Venom premieres on the same day as Lady Gaga's Star is Born, a lot of Lady Gaga's fans have created bots and other fake accounts, and they're releasing these fake reviews.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just pulled up Rotten Tomatoes, and I gotta say, it doesn't look good.
No,
No, dude.
no.
I'm looking at it right now, and it's catching Venom at 32% Rotten, and A Star is Born right next to it at 95%.
Wow.
So I'm really gonna go see if maybe I can catch the double feature.
Yeah,
and
I would.
compare the two.
The local drive-in?
Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, guys, I mean, give it a chance. Sometimes these, review websites and stuff aren't 100% accurate. But 30 is kind of pushing it.
32 is not great, and
Yeah.
let's see here. Well, it's not been out yet, but I'm sure once it is, it'll get an audience review. Rating.
We'll get more more knowledge as soon as it's officially reviewed. But I mean, there has been some good parts. Some people actually said, Venom was surprisingly funny. I had a freaking great time watching it, despite some problems. It did right by its main character, Eddie Brock Venom. People forget that he's always had a weird sense of humor in the comics, and that humor is full on display in the movie.
Okay.
And then
Were people expecting something else? You think?
I think because
was?
of what Venom, they have a different idea of what Venom is. Because I mean, most people think Venom's just this fucking big ass brutish blob, that was like Spider-Man
Fucks people up,
that
yeah.
just eats people because he has but he's not that. Like, in fact, he's
He's a trickster, right?
sort of, but uses his brute
Troublemaker?
strength, and he kind of brings out Eddie's evilness.
Right.
So Eddie has that deep inside, but Venom just kind of makes it easier for him to reenact on it. But he gets that playful side from Eddie because Eddie has that comical side to him. Because that's what he was known for in the comics. And I don't know if you remember the 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
Eddie Brock, remember? He was always pulling tricks on Peter, and then Spider-Man would pull them on him to make fun of him.
Yeah.
So it's like, people forget that is Eddie Brock, that's Venom. So they've been saying that this movie has a lot of that comical side, so they think it's a step backwards compared to like how Black Panther was very story centric, story based and everything like that.
Yeah, but there's a way to do it.